A very warm welcome to you all. So, we are back to the value education class. We have done chapter number 2 and I have sent the question answers. Hope you all have done or you have taken out the printout of that. Today, we will be doing chapter number 3, If You Think. Children, this chapter is basically a poem and this poem deals with what you think. See, whatever you are doing depends upon the state of your mind. What do you think? Sometimes you feel, I can't do it. That is wrong. So this poem inspires you to be positive, to have a positive attitude, to have a positive thinking and think that I can do it. If you think that I can do it, everything is possible. But on the other hand, if you think I can't do it, I am a failure, then surely you will be a failure and you won't be able to do that. So never think that. Always think I can do it. I will be successful. I will try my best. Nothing is there which I can't do. So this should be attitude, this should be thing in your mind. So I'll start with it. Children, victory or defeat. Victory means jeet. Defeat means har. Victory or defeat lies in our mind. It is very important to have confidence in ourselves. We can only be victorious. हम तभी जीत सकते हैं when we have full confidence, full belief in ourselves. If we want to succeed in our life, no matter how many difficulties come in our way, if we don't lose our heart, we will be victorious in the end. Whatever may be the difficulties, how many number of difficulties may be there, but if you decide, no, I'll try hard, I'll be positive, then you will be victorious. आपकी जीत होगी. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win, but you think you can't, it's almost a cinch you won't. In this, beaten means defeated. Here, the word beaten is referred to defeat. Defeated. Beaten word here refers to defeated. That if you think that you are defeated, that means you are sure to be defeated. If you dare that you can't take this thing, you can't do this thing, then you will not be able to do any. That is, you are lacking courage. Dare not. Dare not means lacking courage. If you are lacking the courage that I'm not able to do that, I can't do that, then surely you will fail, surely you will not be able to complete the work. If you like to win but you think you can't, you wish that you win but you think that I can't, then it's very easy that you will face a failure. Second paragraph. If you think you will lose, you are lost. Far out in the world we find success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in the state of mind. Now, if you think that you lose, then definitely you have lost. As you think that I have lost something, I am a failure, that means you are definitely a failure. Success always begins with the fellow's mind. The successful people are only those who have something good in their mind, who think that I can do it. It's only the matter how you think, how you take things, how you take the difficulties and how you work for them. Third, if you think you are outcast, that is outclassed you are, you got to think high to rise. You have got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Suppose you are thinking, I am superior, this is outclassed means superior. excel, किसी काम में आगे करना, अच्छा करना, that is outclass. But if you think that I am superior, I'll excel, then what you will do? You have to think high. If you want to rise, you have to think high. You have to think beyond your limits. You have got to be sure of yourself, and for that you have to believe in yourself. You have to be confident in yourself. Life's battle does not always go to the stronger and faster men, but sooner or later the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. Life is like a battle. There are ups and downs, there are difficulties, there are failures, there are good opportunities, everything is there. It's only that, it is not that only the strong person, or it is not that only the fast person wins. The person who is successful, the person who wins is the only one who believes in himself, who have full confidence in himself, who thinks that I can do it. Would you get it? So this is the whole meaning of this whole poem, that you have to think positive. You have to believe in yourself. You have to develop confidence that I can do it. The key word is I can do it. There is one very good example is given about Thomas Alva Edison. You all know him. He invented the bulb. See children, if you read the stories, if you go through the YouTube or the different books in the library, what you will see that he failed almost 1,000 times in making the bulb. 1,000 times. Can you imagine? And every time he tried for the new. Every time he never gave up. He kept on trying, and finally he invented the bulb. That is the positive thinking. That is the confidence. That is the state of his mind. That was the state of his mind, that I will do it, I can do it. So the moral of the story is, it's given on the next page, thought of the day. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Glory means beauty. Glory means beauty or honor. In your life, it's not an honor that you fail. Hardly matters if you fail. But if you lose hope at that point, if you lose courage, if you lose confidence, if you lose belief in yourself, then it's a failure. But every time if you rise, that is the beauty of life. That is the beauty of facing the challenges. So hope you have liked this poem. Now I'll be posting 2 videos regarding this topic. One is a very short story, and the second one is real life example. I want you all to go through both the videos so that you are able to understand the chapter properly. In the first, it's almost a story about the 2 boys of different ages, how the smaller one helped the bigger one. And the second one, which is a real life story, in that you will learn how difficult time the man faced, and finally he is one of the owner of one of the biggest company today. So I want you all to see that videos and try to understand the concept of the lesson. Till then, enjoy the weekend, have a great day, and be safe.
What is she saying? You are not taking part in the competition?
I don't think I can make it.
But you have been practicing for a whole month, dear, and you play so well. I have never heard anyone play guitar as good as you do.
You think so?
I know so. Let me tell you a story of a boy Jack, who did what nobody thought he could do. Once there were two boys, Jack and Louis, who lived in a village near Oldenburg. Jack was 6 years old, while Louis was 10. They were very close friends and spent most of their time together. One day, as an adventure, they went a little too far away from the village. And while they were running around and exploring, Louis fell into a well. He started screaming because he didn't know how to swim and thought he would drown and die. Jack panicked and looked around for help, but there was no one to help them. Then suddenly he saw a bucket tied to a rope lying nearby. Without wasting any time, Jack threw the bucket into the well and asked Louis to hold it. The moment Louis held the bucket, Jack started pulling up the rope. He kept pulling and pulling until Louis was out of the well. They were happy and cheering each other and ran quickly towards their home. When they told their families and the villagers about the event, nobody believed them, because Jack was too young and weak to even lift a bucket full of water. Hence, nobody believed that he could have pulled out Louis from the well. But only Uncle Peter believed them. Uncle Peter was an old and experienced man whom the villagers took seriously. So they asked him how could this be possible. Uncle Peter laughed and said, "What is there to explain? The boy is already telling you how he did it. He threw the bucket inside and pulled the rope to save his friend. What is strange here is how did he manage to gather so much strength? This was because at that time there was nobody to tell him that he couldn't do it. Even he himself was not in a position to think so." He added, "The only one who can empower you is yourself. In fact, you can do it, if you think you can do it." The villagers realized then how important it is to believe in yourself. Do you now believe you can?
Yes, yes. I can, Grandma.
He was born in a small farming village in Japan. His family was poor. They all lived in a small house with very little money. When he was only 9 years old, he left school and started working in a small shop to support his family. He used to get up every day before sunrise, clean the store, run errands, and then look after the children of his employer. Some years later, destiny showed him a new path. He got a job in an electricity company. There, he got interested in light bulbs and sockets. Every night, he started learning and experimenting on his own. One day, he made an improved version of a light socket all by himself. He got very excited and showed it to his boss. But his boss was not impressed and said such a product will never work. Even though he was rejected, he believed in his idea. He wanted to do something on his own, start his own company. He asked his friends. They told him he cannot do it. He cannot leave his permanent job and start his own company. He has no experience, very little money, and hardly any education. Still, he believed in himself. So when he turned 22, he took a big decision. He left his stable job and started his own small manufacturing company. He and his wife started manufacturing sockets in their small house. They both went door to door selling it, but no shop owner was interested. They did not get any orders. Months passed by, and still they were not able to sell their product. He sold his furniture, borrowed money to survive a little longer. Many days he thought, I will give up and go back to my job. But in the morning, as the sun rose, he was out on the streets looking for orders, surviving for one more day. Then came a time he was almost bankrupt, and just when he was closest to giving up his dream, that's when a miracle happened in his life. Out of nowhere, he got his first major order of 1,000 pieces. Now, 100 years after that first major order of 1,000 pieces, his company now has over 250,000 employees with annual sales of $65 billion. His company products are now sold across the world. All this was made possible by a man with no education and no money. All he had was a belief in himself. His name is Konosuke Matsushita. The company he started in his small house is now known across the world as Panasonic. Success is not dependent on how educated you are or how much money you have. Success is about believing in yourself. So, if you are also in pursuit of success, just believe in yourself when no one else does. Survive when other people give up. And just wait for that one miracle that will change your life forever.